In this video, I'll go over the first problem in Exam 1. Question 1 is our multiple choice questions. You must show work for partial credit. In Part A, for each of the motion diagrams below, circle the directions, either negative, 0, or positive, for the following. Example A shows an object, a motion diagram of an object that is moving towards negative x, as indicated by the direction of the velocity vectors between the frames. And the velocity is getting larger between frames. So this is an object that's moving towards negative x, therefore it has a negative velocity, and that velocity is increasing. So that means its acceleration must have the same sign as the velocity, so it too must be negative. So the correct answers for Part A are negative acceleration and negative velocity. In Part B, the object is moving to the right, and the space in between each frame is the same. So the velocity is a constant, which means the acceleration is 0 and the velocity is positive. So under acceleration is 0 and the velocity is positive. In Part C, this object is also moving towards plus x, so its velocity is also positive. But its spacing is getting smaller as it moves towards positive x, so the acceleration the sign of the acceleration must be in the opposite of that of the sign of the velocity. So the acceleration must be negative if the velocity is positive. So that's question 1 with 6 points. Question 1A, I'm sorry. In Part B, worth 3 points. When you throw a ball directly upward, what is true about its acceleration? Well, the answer is choice 3. The ball's acceleration is always directed downward. In Part C, we use the plot to the right, which shows the position of an object as a function of time, for the following questions. The letters A through F represent particular moments of time. Circle 1. In the first question, we're asked which letter represents the object moving to the right. Well, we see that the slope is positive at point A, which means if the slope of position as a function of time is positive, that means the velocity is positive. So the right answer to this question is A. Excuse me. The second question, which letter represents the object speeding up? Well, at point B, the object it must have stopped because the slope is 0. That is the tangent. The tangent to the curve at that point is horizontal. So the slope is 0, which means the velocity is 0 at B. And then at D, we see a negative slope, but the slope is at a maximum at that point. And at point C, the slope is negative, but not as steep as at point D. So the object is speeding up at point C. And then the third part of question C is, which letter represents the object turning around? Well, at point B, the velocity is 0, as we've said. At point A, the velocity is positive, and at point C, the velocity is negative. So it's moving towards plus x before B, and is going towards, it's going in the positive x direction before B, and is going in the negative x direction after B. So the turnaround point must be at point B. And that concludes this video.